Hi there, my name is Bill Moehle from the class of 67 Maine Township High School East. I was with WMTH from 65 to 67, and I'm welcoming all of you to the 60th reunion of WMTH, 60th plus really. I have a question on this reunion stuff. It seems to me Harrison Ford, Harry Ford as he was known in high school, Harrison, I had heard, was the first voice on the station, and he graduated in 1960. So I'm not sure if we've got, or maybe we're underestimating a little bit. Hope you can hear me. The video that comes from this camera is good, is excellent, until you start sending it through text applications. So that's what I did, and it's probably going to be pretty decimated by the time it gets to you, and I hope it's, at least you can see and hear okay. So the question that Dave Schubert asked me was, how did I get from WMTH to Television City in Los Angeles, CBS? And it's a long, circuitous thing, but basically luck, a lot of luck. And it started with WMTH. I mean, I was, I was having a kind of a rough teenage thing, and I finally found a passion, which actually was a passion for a long time. Ever since I got my first 6-transistor radio, I was fascinated with the transmission technology, how you get a voice, somebody's voice to you, and they're miles and miles away, if not around the world. So that was always my passion, if you will. And but anyway, I went to WMTH and did some announcing, and I remember working with Ron Roberg, who did the play-by-play for the Maine Township Sports. And I did some color for him, and that was fun. And then along with Bruce McGuinn, we started something called the Twin 8 Survey, a program on Friday afternoons, 4:30 to 6, I think. Anyway, it was fun. Now, we had a top 40 program. We actually had a survey of the record stores in the area that we used to compile hit number 20 down to hit number 1 every Friday night. So that was also fun. And then we did the Dick Clark Young World's Fair, and I remember we were covering that, and Dick Clark ran into us. He made some snarky comment about, oh, the school radio station is here, and I knew he was sarcastic. And I think he was. Maybe I was paranoid, I don't know. But I never forgave him for that. It's really funny. Even to this day, I think of that, and I thought, God, that was snarky that he said that. So anyway, after Maine, which was a tremendous springboard, gave me confidence, even while I was in high school, to work at 2 commercial stations, one in Skokie and one in Arlington Heights part-time. So great background. I mean, if you're at WMTH, I would say milk it for all you can. Get as much experience as you can, and it's a learning curve time for you. I went to College Station, worked 4 years there. I had 3 commercial stations under my belt in radio and in announcing after that. And I decided at that point to go to the technical side of broadcasting. I did a lot of studying, self-study, and wound up eventually in California. And eventually got, I guess my last television station job was at KCAL Television, KCAL, in Los Angeles, and I was thrilled because it was a big market station, and I worked in support of ENG operations. So I was a technician in charge of keeping cameras going and actually going out on the with the ENG trucks and doing the microwaving and all of that. So that was fun. Then KCAL, 3 years later, was purchased by CBS. Whoa, what a lucky deal that was. I was slated to be laid off when the 2 stations, KCBS Los Angeles and KCAL TV, merged together as what they called the duopoly. I think there was a song called Duopoly. No, never mind that. So the duopoly was highly successful, but I was slated to be laid off because I was in the Technicians Union, the IBEW, and I was the last one on the list, seniority list, so they were going to lay me off. So I called over to Television City, CBS, which is now they were the owners of the station, both stations in LA now, and I asked if there was anything going on there. Actually, I had contacts at KCAL that helped me get in the door and have a job interview, and I was scared to death. But boy, I calmed down right away, and I aced that interview. It was like, whoa! So there I was. And since 3 years at KCAL and 17 more at CBS Television City. And it was really exciting. I just learned exponentially. You know, at the time we went through from the NTSC analog television to the ATSC television system, and all the digital formats, standards that came with it. And of course, all that was being decided while I was at Television City and finalized. First show when I got there was the Young and the Restless. That was the first high definition television show from Los Angeles on the network. So from there, it just was a fabulous experience. I met and worked with some really smart people. And by then I had learned to actually listen to other people and was able to, you know, just learn so much. And so I feel very blessed, both to CBS and KCAL, and long before that WMTH, which was the initial spark of my passion. So I hope you enjoy. I hope this wasn't too long-winded. I hope the video is okay, you know, enough to see me and hopefully hear me. And I wish you a great reunion. Hopefully, I'm guessing it's the 63rd reunion, but what do I know? So anyway, thanks for having me, Dave. And I'll try to provide some of this on the website as in follow-up, so that you have some kind of a video or other kind of a record of my part on WMTH. Thanks. Take care. Have a good time.
And we're